Hi, and welcome to BTEC Travel and Tourism. I'd like to introduce myself as the lead of the Teachers in Travel and Tourism here at Desk. My name is Mr. Finn Page. I've been teaching for over 20 years, and the last 4 or 5 years I've been teaching here in Dubai. So, what is our course all about? Well, as you're probably fully aware, BTEC and Travel and Tourism, it has no examination. It's all coursework. We offer it in 2 different formats. One's a diploma, which is the equivalent to 2 A-levels, and you'll study 9 units over 2 years for this course. The other is a subsidiary, which is the equivalent of 1 A-level, where we study 4 units. Each unit you can gain a pass, merit or distinction for, and then these we build up into terms of credits, and you can convert them into either UCAS points or A-level equivalent grades. The work we do can be assessed in many different ways: videos, performance, presentations, or just written documents. It really suits the type of student you are. We adapt it to meet your needs. So what does the subsidiary diploma consist of? Well, we look at 4 units. These are worldwide travel destinations, where we look at the most popular destinations in the world and investigate why they're so popular, what they have to offer to the tourist, and the significant impact that tourism can play on these different countries and regions. We then move on to marketing and looking at how organisations, particularly in travel and tourism, can develop their customer profile and their customer segmentation by marketing and promotion and different strategies in which we find it very, very successful. Also look at customer service and recruitment, and these 2 units really prepare you for life beyond college. You know, you walk away with the skills, with the qualities and the techniques to work with and deal with the public. No matter what your employment will end up being, you'll always be dealing with the public. So those 2 units are particularly useful for that. The diploma then, it builds on those 4 units, but then we also look at other units such as work experience, where we have 2 weeks in 2 different establishments involved in travel and tourism, generally a hotel for 1 week and then a corporate organisation for another week, learning about what it's really like to work in the field of industry and the demands and the requirements and the skills that is needed within the work of tourism. We then move on to other units, which is sustainable tourism, which is a hugely growing area of tourism over recent years, as we as a country and we as a global population become more and more aware of the input and the impact that we have on a community in an area. So too in turn does that reflect our travel and our tourism patterns. And so many areas are becoming specialised in eco-tourist destinations or health tourism or adventure tourism. So there's a couple of units there that we look at as well, before we end with my country as a tourist destination. So you can pick whichever country you really have an interest in. It may be this country, it may be your home country, and you investigate it and explain and describe and analyse the role that tourism plays within it. So lots of different units. As a vocational subject, travel and tourism probably offers more opportunities to be out in the field of employment than anywhere else, any other subject. We've been on many visits every year. We go to airlines, we go to tourist attractions, we go to hotels, we have guest speakers come in to talk to us, and as I mentioned, we have several weeks work experience as well. So there are 3 or 4 trips a year out. And it's just a great opportunity to enrich what we do in the classroom, to see it in reality. So are you suited to this course? Well, if you love to learn about travel and the opportunities that this can bring, then most definitely. If you want to join the biggest industry in the world, the fastest growing, most dynamic, most changing, the most employable, then there's another reason to opt for it. If you're well organised, if you like to receive support and guidance on how to improve your work, and ultimately if you want to gain excellent grades, then definitely you're suited for this course. We don't have any major requirements except for the 5 GCSEs of grade 5 or above, but you don't need to study geography or tourism prior to this subject. What do students go on to do? Well, all the students so far that I've taught have gone on to universities. Many of them gone on to very, very good established red brick universities in the United Kingdom, or alternative elsewhere around the world. Or they may go into careers which build on the travel and tourism industry, particularly here in the UAE, where there are ample opportunities for that. Whether this is often in the form of management, hospitality management, marketing, PR, travel management, and of course airlines. So huge opportunities for careers in the future. Why so you study travel and tourism? Well, as I previously mentioned, it's the most rapidly expanding area in the 21st century. Even during these difficult times, it will continue to grow and employ more than any other industry. There's enormous career opportunities out there for you after studying this course. 1 in 9 jobs globally directly related to travel and tourism. And with the growing Chinese market, this will continue to grow. Our students for the last 2 years, we've been very lucky in regards to the aspect that they've won the International BTEC Student of the Year. For the last 2 years running, we've had our travel and tourism students win that award, which I think reflects hugely on the department and the success of the students who do it. And we have absolutely outstanding examination results.
You're probably wondering why you should pick travel and tourism. Well, let me tell you why I picked it. Aside from travel and tourism, I do English literature, which is a hard subject. At the end of year 13, there's a big exam we have to do, and that's a lot of pressure and stress. So, travel and tourism gives you the chance to spread out your work throughout the year. So when the time comes, you already know what grade you're going to receive, because you will have done the coursework throughout the year. So far, we have done Introduction to Travel and Tourism, which is kind of what it is and what we're going to learn throughout the year. We learned about the UK and its industry specifically, and customer service. During the lesson, we do many tasks. We receive work and coursework almost every day, and there's a lot of independent work that goes into it. So when picking travel and tourism, you need to be sure of yourself and be able to do independent work. In comparison to English literature, which is the other subject I take, we have distinction, merit, and pass. Distinction is equivalent to an A. I'm aiming for 2 distinctions. This is because a BTEC is worth 2 A levels. Travel and tourism is not a subject that claims lots of recognition, and that is a shame, because it's very popular in universities as well. There is lots of routes that it offers.
And there we have it. Thank you very much for watching and considering BTEC Travel and Tourism. I look forward to welcoming you on the journey in the future.